Hi folks, I'm Steve Adubato. This is part of our Classroom Close-Up series, part of our Excellence in Education series. We're celebrating teachers all this week. Let me introduce you to Dan Cullen. He is a special education teacher, Warren Hills Regional Middle School, right?
It's correct.
Is it not correct that you were recently named Warren County Teacher of the Year?
It's correct.
You admit that?
I admit that. I admit that wholeheartedly.
And by the way, you spent 6 years in the National Guard.
I did.
And then how'd you become a teacher?
I did. Well, basically, my wife was the one that encouraged me to go into teaching. I was taking an internship at a residential state facility, and my wife looked at me, my second down a job, and she said, you know what, you're in the wrong profession. You need to go into teaching because that's where the real problem is in the state. It's in education.
She was right.
She put me.
And we're about to see a piece of video. This is a terrific project called Exceptional Students Climb Mountains, right?
Correct.
This is a terrific video. It's part of a series called Classroom Close-Up that our partners at the NJEA produce. It's right on NJTV. You see the video, we'll come back and we'll talk to Dan. It is great stuff.
You guys know why we're here. Why are we here?
We earned it, and we did hard work and to hike.
Here in Blairstown, at the foot of the Appalachian Trail, stands a group of 7th and 8th graders that are about to embark on more than the typical hike. These students are about to climb 1.5 miles to the top of the mountain.
It runs along the East Coast, right.
Dave Childs, a retired teacher, along with special ed teachers Dan Cullen and Jessica Rader, are guiding these students from Warren Hills Regional Middle School up the mountain to symbolize the ones they've climbed in the classroom.
We've been doing this trip for 3 years. We entitled this trip Students Climbing Mountains, and we do that because every year kids in our classrooms, they climb mountains in regards to the work that they have to do. Every task that we put in front of them initially could become a massive mountain, especially in the beginning of the year. We work tremendously hard to break down that stigma attached to the work and build the metaphor that climbing a mountain yields a reward.
Wow.
All right. Action. Yeah, go down.
I'm sweating. Everything's it's hard to walk up here. Climbing this mountain is probably harder than actually my real climbing a mountain.
Well, with the mountain in life, students overcome major obstacles all the time. If they have difficulty reading, if they have difficulty with behavior, if they have difficulty in math, they face challenges every day. And so the mountain itself symbolizes the challenges that they face every day and overcoming that.
We're getting an experience that not a lot of kids get to have, and I just think some kids need this experience to succeed in life, because this experience is the best teacher.
You realize what you're truly capable of doing?
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? You've done a fantastic job this year.
After a short break, the group is about to make the final climb to the top of the mountain, where they can celebrate their accomplishment.
I love this. All the mountains. This is life. This is why my dad came up here.
You've climbed the mountain. We've accomplished our goal. You kids have set an example and have done things that have just blown our minds, blown our school district's minds, and our community's minds.
If it wasn't for Mr. Cullen, Mrs. Rader, and everyone that supported me, I wouldn't be here right now. I want to pass. I want to get straight A's. I want to show my mom I'm something. My goal is to be a teacher.
How you feel right now?
That's awesome to see.
How good are those kids?
They're phenomenal.
That young man who said at the end, that I want to be a teacher. Who's that kid?
He's a kid that had really, when I first got him, struggled to even look you in the eye. And from the point to where you just saw now, he did a lot more than just look somebody in the eye. He told the rest of the world what he wants to do when he grows up.
How did you know, or what made you think, Dan, that you could ever have an impact on these kids? Now, you're a special ed teacher. Now, being a teacher is challenging on any level. I imagine being a special ed teacher is that much more challenging. What made you think you had a gift?
The way that I was raised. My mom is a special ed teacher at heart. She taught special ed for about 25 years, and now she teaches second grade currently in our public school system. And my father, we faced a lot of adversity with his life and certain things that happened in our home, and my mom was always the glue that kept us together. And I need to be that now for the kids that I work with. I need to be their glue. And when you're the glue for a kid, it's incredible to see how much they'll be able to take risks and do things in their own lives that are just absolutely remarkable, like I hope we just saw.
Your wife saw something in you too, right?
Yes.
She said, you should be a teacher.
Yes, she did.
When she saw this video, the classroom close-up video, and you don't do any of this for awards, but when you won the Teacher of the Year award, right?
Yes.
Warren County?
Warren County, and actually the Council for Exceptional Children, I won their State Teacher of the Year as well this year. It's been an amazing year.
It's been a winning year, right?
It's been a winning year.
What do you think she's feeling and thinking right now about you?
I think she thinks that on my way home from your show today, I should stop and get some milk.
Nothing changes, right?
Nothing changes, because when you're successful, the kids are successful. And when you receive an accomplishment such as an honor as State Teacher of the Year, that shows me one thing and one thing only, that my class is successful. And that the young people that I have to approach, and I want to approach, and I do approach every morning in homeroom, that they're successful.
What do you say to your friends who ask you about your work as a teacher?
I tell them I got the best job in the world, because I get the chance to be a professional child.
What do you mean?
I get a chance to go to work every day, and I get the joy, as a child does, of experiencing other people succeed. And there's nothing else more rewarding in this lifetime, I've found, than watching other people around you be successful.
And the big summer program you do, what is that?
That actually, last year, we received a grant, $7,000, through the NJEA HIP Foundation, and we ran a summer program where the focus was for children to discover what the meaning of citizenship was at the middle level. We collaborated with State Senator Mike Doherty's office. We collaborated with the local police, local fire, and other organizations. And basically, we got the kids out and involved, took them on a bunch of field trips to teach them what it meant to be a responsible citizen. It culminated in October with a big service learning project where we were able to bridge the gap between special and general education, got over 50 people out for a huge community cleanup on a Saturday, and it was just wonderful to see our kids working next to every stakeholder in the community to do something real positive.
Scale of 1 to 10. How much you love your job?
20.
You're not joking, are you?
I'm not. I've got the best job in the world.
I used to think I did until I heard you. I'm proud of you. We're all proud of you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for the opportunity to come on here and be able to talk a little bit to what it means to be a teacher in our public school system. I think sometimes that we take a very difficult rap. And I think that when you have people that serve, I serve in a building and in a community with everybody in my building. We don't have one sour apple. We have everybody in our building. They're for kids. They love what they do. And it's incredible to work alongside some of those people.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.